Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a soup. I'm going to be using it in one of my coming to happen soon videos. As you can see here, we have the ingredients that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to make up the measurements as we go along. So we've got celery, mushrooms, this is peas, green beans, white beans, this is some fat-free cooking spray, onions, beef bouillon, garlic powder, minced onion, rice, and some red wine. So I'm gonna chop that up and get it all ready to be put into the pot, and then I will take you guys through the journey. Okay, I now have all the ingredients prepared. In the pot we have 2 onions chopped up, and then over here on the sideboard you can see the rest of the ingredients. So here we've got 1 cup of red wine mixed with a teaspoon each of it's minced onions and garlic powder, and then 2 beef bouillon cubes. Here is 4 cups of frozen mushrooms. This is, I think, about, I wrote it down, but I think it's like, let me just get my list. We have 3 cups of chopped celery, 1.5 cups of frozen peas, 3.5 cups of frozen green beans. Over here. So there is all of that frozen delicious things. We have 1 can of white beans, and then we've got some rice that I'm going to add is 1 cup. And so I'll just sort of stick you guys over to the side and then edit you in as I add different things. Okay, so I've got my spoon and my pot with the onions in it. I'm going to start by turning on the burner, and I'm going to turn it to medium because I don't like it to be too hot. And we're just going to sort of stir these onions around and cook them until they are translucent. Also, I sprayed some 0-calorie spray in the bottom of the pan to give it that olive oil type of vibe. I just added a splash of water in the bottom of the pan to keep the onions from sticking to it. Okay, so now that my onions are getting to where I want them to be, I'm going to add the frozen mushrooms in. Now because they're frozen, they have still some liquid on them, so that's going to add to the liquid in the pot. And I'm also going to add my red wine mixture. Don't worry if you didn't get it all out on the first try, just add some water and stir it and then pour it in again. There we go. I'm going to let that sit on for 1 minute on medium. Okay, when your mushrooms are soft or to the texture that you would like them to be, then add your celery and green beans. It's okay. It's a very vegetable-y soup. You want to cook the soup at this point until the celery and green beans are soft. The green beans will get soft faster than the celery because they were frozen and they're just, reheating. Celery, if you chopped it fresh, is going to take a little bit, so just stir it around and stew it. Also, feel free to add more water at any time depending on how much broth you want to have in your soup. I added more water at this point, probably like half a cup to a cup, because the next step after your softened your celery is that you're going to add rice, and rice sucks up a lot of water, so be aware of that. It has been about 3 to 5 minutes. I feel like my veggies are nice and soft. If they're still a little firm, that's okay because they're still going to be in the water for a little while longer. So now I have 1 cup of white rice, but you can use any kind of rice that you want, or you can omit this step. This isn't like a patented recipe or anything, I'm just making it. So I'm pouring that rice in. I'm going to try to fully incorporate it into the broth. And I'm just adding that so that this can be eaten as a full meal and you don't have to worry about adding sides or anything because there's already rice in it. Because to me that just makes it easier. And then we're going to pour in our frozen peas and our can of beans. Oh. Okay, let's just stir those in. Alright. I'm going to get a piggy. Yay, piggy. Peace. I only have a little bit of rice left in my rice jar, and I'm thinking I'm going to want there to be a little bit less liquid in this when it's done, so I'm just going to add the last of my rice also. So we're going to say that that's about 1.5 cups of rice total. And now you just stir it and cook it. You don't have to stir it, you can just let it sit until you feel like the rice is going to be to your desired consistency and everything else is to your desired consistency, and also that taste the soup and add or subtract different spices from it if you desire to. So what I've done now is I've stewed it for quite a while, not like super long, but about 10 minutes. And now I have turned the heat off and put a lid on it. I couldn't find a lid for the pot that was the right size for the pot, so it's not quite exactly, how I would like it to be. And then I'm about to serve it. I'm going to let it cool, the lid on it, so then that should help the rice sort of get to its fullest potential. And then I'm going to put it in these containers. I'm going to put the container on the scale, then put the food into it in full, see what the scale says on it, and then I can write what the serving in each container is. I have a lot of different containers, they're not all the same size, so we'll see different containers in each video. I think I'll put the the amount that I eat for dinner will correlate to the amount that I eat in the morning. And hopefully we'll see these containers of soup later in another video. So I'm just gonna wait for that to do, and then we will film the outro when they're all served out and you can see what it looks like. So the total amount that we made, here we got it in the fridge. You can see we've got this tub. This one isn't all the way full. It just has the leftover bits in it. This one, that one, that one, and that one that you can maybe see. And hopefully this will last me at least 6 days. And I'm only having it for dinner. The total thing was something like 68 ounces. So it makes a lot. You guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Have a great day.